dying. Oh, hey, Emily's here. Oh, Emily was here a while ago. I was on the other chat. So far behind that Restream hasn't even caught up. Yeah, doesn't quite work. Well, let's see if this new time slot I given myself is better or not. Oh, instantly MD Penguin says hi. Oh, there's 3 people now. Okay, yeah, you know what? Yeah, this is working. So yeah, hi to MD Penguin first of all. Oh, and hi to Emily, who is also still here. You know what? This is great. I'm glad. I love it when I can't keep up with the chat reactions. That gives me a good sign. Yeah. So a couple of things before we start. 3 things really. One, Aiden is supposed to join us at some point. I sent him the link for this, and maybe he'll be here. If I do end up missing him, and he appears to be like in the chat or something, then I apologize to him in advance. Another thing is I'm still a little bit under the weather. The headache I had was almost gone, and I still have a bit of a runny nose. So yeah, I'm also going to try not to project as much as usual, not really do any freakouts of like that kind of thing. So yeah, going to take it nice and easy. Hopefully, maybe, possibly, I don't know. What was the third thing I was going to say? Oh yeah, third thing is this is probably going to be around the new time for the stream. I was supposed to start at 10, but because of like delays, because my mum called me and such, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to sort out trying to go shopping. Turns out the shop that I was going to go to was closed, so I just ended up going down there for nothing. Yeah, it's not even just closed, it's just they knocked it down and they've built a new place. So it's like, okay, my perfectly calculated route was completely thrown because I just have been away from the city for too long. So yeah, I think that's it basically. That's the updates, I think. Welcome back to MyStreet 5 years later. Today we are looking at our Mew Baby, the Bigger Move finale. So yes, this one is, I'd argue, is like, it's supposed to be like, the title is supposed to be like the big thing that changes going forward, but considering that we just met Melissa the day before this, Eli the Third is not really that interesting. I don't know, but we'll see. Maybe I'm just not remembering everything right now or something to that effect. I don't know. Okay, let's go. Without further distraction, on with the reaction.
Well, that dinner wasn't awkward at all.
Seemed perfectly normal to me.
Interesting. I'm getting no echo now. I think it's just whenever I have a guest on, I get echo from their audio or something. I think that's it, honestly.
Melissa, great to see you.
Mm-hmm.
You lot can hear this, right? Just checking. I think Restream has a little bit inconsistent as to who's actually here and who's not. Oh, there we go. It's updated now. Anyway, let's carry on. Oh, wait. Now it's echoing for you guys and not for me. That's not good. And once again, I have no clue how to fix that. Yeah, no, I like it says that this site here is muted, so both the Restream tabs are muted for me. That's probably why I can't hear anything from them. But I don't know why it's coming through now on the other end. I don't understand. If I try this, is the mic muted? What? Well, no. If you guys can hear me, then the mic is definitely not muted. Of course not. All right, let's try that situation.
Well, it's so great to see everyone here. Family is so important to the Rome Corporation.
Ah, well, I'm glad to hear that. Family is very important to the Laminsa Corporation as well.
Ooh, Melissa. Twisting that knife, yeah. Like on the second tab. It shouldn't be like, okay, so what I've got basically is it's only supposed to be coming in through one area. Like my microphone's only gonna come in through one area. Okay, whatever I did just there fixed it. It's not about my microphone being muted or not. It's about the tabs themselves being muted and the best way to deal with that. Which is strange because like it seems that now it's perfectly in sync with the Restream, which I wasn't really expecting. So maybe that's the way to solve the issue with the other stuff as well. I don't know. Oh, also, howdy to Star Wars 98 anime fan. I don't recognize the name actually. Hopefully not one of somebody's fake accounts or something. I'm kidding. Welcome. Of course you're not.
We take our responsibilities very seriously.
Really? Because last I remember, the Lumen CEO pretty much ignored their son and daughter growing up.
Well, adults have their reasons. After all, families should be grateful some take the time to put food on their plates.
Speaking of food, where is our?
Yeah, you see, right there, like even without the rest of the backstory, from those two exchanges alone, you kind of get the dynamic between Aaron and Melissa. It's only going to get stronger from there, but those first two lines, like just that out of nowhere, is like a microcosm of everything they go through, up until of course the ultimate secret. But you know, even if that hadn't been there, that was Jason later on.
There's more to family than money, Melissa.
Oh, sibling rivalry. It's nice to see it on the other side of the table time.
Why? Afraid you'll lose, Zane?
What, lose rivalry? Gareth, what are you talking about? Okay. You've been lurking around but never watched. Oh, so what, you just like checked out a couple of videos but they never watched the streams? I'm not sure how you can lurk without watching on YouTube. And yes, absolutely madness. There's 0313. That is definitely harsh. I'm getting some. It's interesting. You change the time and suddenly get new people around. I don't know. You should join us more often. Oh, okay. It was me a regular then. Okay. So Madness is a regular and Star Wars is new. Fair enough. What are you saying yeah to, Emily? Oh yeah, it's like, yeah, you should join us, you know. It's like you missed like a bajillion of these. Well, doesn't matter. You're here now.
What do I have to lose? It's not like Dad is pressuring me to take over the company.
Hey!
Yeah, even though that's what he wanted. Thought you wanted that at first, but yeah, that's true. That's a good point. It's like I feel like Zane finally got the better side of the coin for once.
Okay, boys, calm down.
Right. So, Melissa, I take you are to inherit your parents' company?
Actually, I'll be inheriting vice presidency due to my choice.
Wait, you mean...
You can choose to inherit vice presidency over presidency, and it's like, oh well, I guess in one regard, Derek and Rachel are actually better off than Garte and Ziana in one aspect. Like specifically one. Oh, and hey, it's Jeff. I keep forgetting that guy's name. It's Jeff. All right. Interesting. They didn't bring anything out of my races in general. Well, if you're talking about the recent stuff, then yes, I can understand that. That makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, if you ignore like the old stuff, it's like, yes, that is definitely sad. But then again, part of these streams here is to celebrate the series, basically, and keep it relevant 5 years later. Insert title here and that good stuff. Sorry you happened to join sorry that your first stream happened to be the one where I'm sick, but I don't know. Was he the hall monitor from high school? Yes, he was. Yeah, he was the hall monitor, and he was also the guy who had a crush on Sasha. So yeah. Oh, I say that reminds me. Sasha's going to be back in town soon. Interesting.
There's your food.
Hey,
And his voice hasn't changed a bit.
familiar.
He really does, yeah.
Know you from somewhere?
You look familiar too. Did you give me some questionable sage advice at some point in my life that led...
That happened a few times, actually. Oh, wait, no. No, I know what he's talking about. Like, he's talking about the specific time when, yes, he's referring to Sasha. Yeah. But yeah, this time, also, I like Joshua too. That sounds better than Seth. But yeah, I remember, oh no, that was Kim later on that happens to in season 2. Okay. I'm mixing the sage advice scenes together. Yes.
led me to the young love of my life?
Well, not really, because you're not together with her right now, but okay, fine.
Nah.
Oh, stop your yammering. Food is here. Dig in, everyone. Talking can...
Stop your yammering. They're having a conversation, Ziana. It's better than whatever's going on between like, Aaron, Melissa, Zane, and Gareth. I much prefer that conversation. That's just awkward.
Wait.
Aaron, I'm the middle of 2 siblings, so trust me when I say that situation was awkward.
I'm kind of used to those types of dinners with my family.
Aaron, it was a little awkward.
Sorry, it's just I always try to get along with her, but she tends to be very business-y about things. We didn't have a normal childhood. Our parents were...
Interesting. Sounds like vacation, Melissa. Definitely needs to come in sooner. It's weird. I feel like I've said this before, but it seems like for all the characters in the series, Aphmau brings out something new in them. Maybe Aphmau also brought out Holiday Melissa to the front. Like, that was specific after the Holiday Magic. So, in that regard, maybe Vacation Melissa is also Holiday Melissa. Holiday Magic. Been interested in Origins of Olympus and Supernatural Origins nowadays. Yeah, I should talk about Origins of Olympus at some point because, like, honestly, that series like being blown like very far out of proportion. Like, I remember when it first started, it was like, okay, there's a few people coming in, they've got different perspectives, and it's like, okay, now it's just impossible to keep up with. I mean, for crying out loud, even somebody that like Lady Mania, who I have worked with in the past, and I did voices for her. Like, one of my first voice acting gigs was for Mystic Hills. Like, even when she started doing Origins of Olympus, I was like, okay, I don't know. I just never invested the time. How's the world's biggest Aphmau fan doing? I could accept that title. That's an interesting one to bestow upon me. Anyway, before anyone gets mad, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Well, by the way, just a reference for people in future. Earth Turd has joined and has said this. I should be going back to the restream for these things. So yeah, before anyone says, man, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. No, definitely not. That's again, I take that as a compliment. So I can go, how's the world's biggest Aphmau fan doing? Ooh, you like Aphmau? Like, crying out loud. I've been in the fandom since 2016, and I've been doing videos on her since 2017. So I've had plenty of time to get used to my position in the fandom. Anyway. Speaking of that, actually, I found it was an interesting experience recently learning that somebody that I met in 2019 actually knew of me in the past, but didn't realize it was me because of the Truth About Travis theory that I made all that time ago. And she apparently watched that, and something like years later, there we were, completely working on something else entirely. It's and joining in, became one of my first ever voice actors. I don't know. Weird how that works out in a way. But yeah, position in fandom definitely has been asserted. Was that you? I don't know. Is that... I'm sorry. Or someone else as well. Okay, right. So Madness is this 0313. Would you happen to be Baby Satan as well? Just an alt account? Because you're like, oh wait, was that me? That's a very specific story that I just told there. Bit suspicious there. I don't know. Because you did say you were going to be here. You just don't... Wait. Okay, you just don't have that at your school. So yes, it is you. Right. Okay, now I've ascertained who you actually are. Okay, fair enough. Makes sense as to why you're not a new person. Okay. Also, as for Origins of Olympus, it's basically a Minecraft Percy Jackson style roleplay. That's how it was initially marketed, and yeah, not accurate in all places that it really should be. Like for example, the first guy to actually do this stuff, had an episode dedicated to someone being the son of Apollo because he was an actor, even though Dionysus is the god of theater. But whatever. And yeah, it sounds awesome. I feel like I should at least I should talk about that series at some point, because on one hand, it's like something I should have gotten into when it first came out, and it just became so. It's kind of like the dream SMP in the sense of there's so many different perspectives. How do you even cope with all of them? But yeah, considering that I'm starting these AFMAL streams later on in the day, maybe I'll do some earlier ones featuring Origins of Olympus for someone. Maybe I'll just go through another Minecraft series or something to that effect. Possibly. I'll have to consider that, because I do want to do, because if I do other streams, I'll probably be some live gacha reviews or something. As for what's everyone's current vibes, yeah, I'm still sick, so that's that. Not really much else to report there. So I guess let's keep going.
Always out on business trips.
I know how that feels. Sounds like the only difference was our mom took time to be with us growing up. Anyway.
By the way, one minor detail, I do love that Zane is still sunburned. He's covering up very well, but I love he's still sunburned. That's a good detail.
Hey, what's the story with the...
Oh, Emily says tea. The current vibe is tea. Yeah, makes sense. This is just full of milk, but you know what? My current vibe is Levi drink. Oh yeah, there's some new people here, so I'll explain what the Levi drink is. Basically, during the first stream of this series, all the way back in November, I mocked the Levi poster that AFMAL has in the big move, and basically it's because he's holding these 2 cups of tea or something, but he's holding them like this for some reason, which no one drinks like that. So that was my idea, basically. For every stream, I take a Levi drink at some point, and I don't know, it's just become a running thing since then.
Hostility towards you. You a golden boy like Gareth too? I wouldn't blame her if...
No, it's not like that. The only difference between us is that during middle school, I really wanted our family to do more family things. I was pretty
Yeah, sure. That's the only difference between you and Melissa, Aaron. Definitely the only major difference between the pair of you. Nothing else.
pushy about that. And it never really happened. And I kind of grew distant.
Is that why you played our online game so much with me back then?
Yeah, it was kind of my private escape. My parents sent me to a military school after that and put a lot of pressure on my sister. She's been kind of cold to me ever since.
But you didn't ask for that.
No, I didn't.
Wait a minute. Actually, that's interesting. Maybe that's why Melissa doesn't want to be president of the company. Maybe she does enjoy the responsibility, but also would rather be able to have someone to rely on. That's an interesting insight. And it's only episode 2 that she's been around. So it's like, yeah, Melissa might be more fascinating than we give her credit for in that regard. I don't know. That just makes Af seem even more sad because she didn't have a life. Af herself, she was I mean, she was homeschooled for a year, pretty much. That was the only difference between her. Like, she definitely had a family. Just was a family person and was always a friendly person, and still had so much time to play games. What do you mean? Like, no, I'm talking about Melissa right now. Like, the pressure being put on Melissa, not on Aphmau. That's why she said before that she's inheriting vice presidency by her choice. Which makes me wonder, does that mean that Rachel is vice president? Because otherwise, how does that inheritance actually go? But yeah, either way, Melissa might be more fascinating. That's the point I was trying to get across.
I just wanted to be back home in regular school with regular friends and living a regular life.
A regular life? Ha! What I would give for the discipline and order you must have had.
You say that now.
I don't know about that, Zane. I mean, I feel like a little bit of freedom for you was certainly required. I mean, in fact, you were a rebel growing up. Discipline and order does not seem like what you would enjoy.
But you wanted to be a bad boy freshman. Remember the Shadow Knights?
I can't hear.
Well, there you go. Thank you, Aphmau. That is exactly what happens. Zane's actually more of the person to instill discipline and order, not necessarily grow up with it himself.
You la 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 la.
It's in the past, and I just want to move on from that stuff.
I completely understand. We still have to tell your sister we're dating.
Right. Let's hope she finishes talking to Ziana soon.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we'll question that later. Hold on. One thing I just see. So, the name of the episode is Our New Baby. But the description, I just remembered. Aphmau and Aaron tell Melissa they're dating. Oh, hold on a second. There's a comment from me. From 3 years ago. I wonder what I said. Best moment was at 1:53. What was that in reference to? Oh, it was the Jeff part, I think. I'm just going to roll that back for a second.
My life?
Oh, yeah. No, it was the monologue part. That was what I liked. Yeah. I mean, I'll agree with my past self. Why not? And yes, that is a mega code. I feel like it's about to go into that.
Sure, Miss Romave.
Oh, whoops. I skipped ahead an entire minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go.
Hey guys, there's an ice cream truck with the biggest codes. Man, there was only one giant and Garth got it.
Welcome to my life.
All right, boys.
Same. I'm sick. Don't make me laugh like that. Jesus. Oh, I'm dying. Send help.
Here with work. I'm going to have to be going back home for the day.
Oh, Mommy.
It was great to see you, Mummy.
Say, would you boys like to come home with me to the house? I made a cake.
Mommy's cakes.
I haven't had Mommy's cake in such a long time.
I do love that the idea that Garth and Zane are so different, but the thing that unifies them is Ziana's cakes. That is perfect. I feel like that's what happens a lot. Like I feel like I've seen like spoofs of mafia films where they're like sitting across the table or something, but they all sit down and have a family meal, regardless of like the different factions that they're in or something like that. Hold on. Got a question. I'm just going to put that into a thing here. Oh, also, I just realized there's a bunch of emotes that YouTube is not letting me see right now, but that's a thing that got sent. Okay. And yes, Star Wars, food is indeed life. Yeah. Okay. Wait, does Ziana work? Yes. In last episode, we actually covered the fact that the Romave Corporation is a media enterprise that are actually quite big. So, yeah, Ziana does work, and her and Garte run the company together, is my understanding. From what Zane said before, it seems like Ziana took more time to be with the kids sometimes, but that's not to say that she was there all the time, I think. That's what I understand, basically. In that regard, I guess the Romave family dinner was actually very fortunate, you know? So, you know, maybe the one good thing that Sylvana did back then was managing to give the excuse for the family to all have a meal together or something at the time. Like Rachel's the VP, I'm confused because are they both president? You're thinking of the Lycan Corporation or the La Mitzvah Corporation or whatever they're called right now before the name got changed later on and retconned. Yeah, the Remave Corporation is different. They do the same thing basically, which is why they're talking about a partnership with the Lycan La Mitzvah blah, 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 Corporation with Melissa, but they're two separate companies for the time being. So Rachel is the VP of the Lycan Corporation. Ziana is, I'm guessing, the VP or in some high position in the Remave Corporation. Different thing. Oh, Empty Penguin's back now. Ziana's job is to call Zane Susu and Gareth Gaga. Yeah, and Vlad P, because that's the name that he got, was just P. I don't think there was any effort put into that one.
I made it this evening before I went shopping, and your father has been keeping an eye on it. It should be ready for frosting.
I'd love to go. But Gareth, you already have ice cream. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, I had
Wait.
other.
Did you just kill a cat? Where's the P come from? I mean, P is in P-E-A-P. Is it like the vegetable P?
Plans, but I suppose I can change them around.
Perfect. Lawrence, you're invited too.
Sure, Miss Remave.
Aphmau, Aaron.
We need to speak with Melissa a bit before we head over, if that's okay.
That's perfectly fine. Come on, boy.
Oh, I suppose Melissa's been standing over there like quite this entire time. Like, wow, she's really patient. Hold on a second. She's a werewolf. Werewolves have better ears than humans do. They can hear further distance. Oh, Melissa. Okay. Maybe she was still sneaky back then. Maybe she was still a bit of a nosy person. Interesting.
Boys, let's get going.
Yay!
Melissa,
I'll be
busted.
sure to save some cake for you lovebirds. Ta-ta!
Bye!
Lovebirds?
I knew it! I knew you could hear! I knew you could hear! You nosy werewolf! I knew it! My body rejects any sort of emotional response right now. I must be stoic and calm. But what am I doing? It's a reaction. Of course I can't be like that.
Yes?
Melissa, I'd like to introduce you to someone who's very special to me. This
I
is
mean, you just met her, but yes, thank you.
Aphmau. She's my girlfriend.
It's
I do love the fact that Aaron can say the word girlfriend without like having a voice crack, because I'm pretty sure that every time that Aphmau was trying to introduce Aaron thus far, she's always been like, "This is my boyfriend, Aaron," or something like that. Again, that was sort of like the idea behind. I don't know if you guys remember this, but in the Music Girl season 2, the idea behind like the way that Morwen and Marwick first act when they become a couple together, sort of based on that, like the way that Empress teases both of them, and essentially Morwena's like really reacting like super embarrassed because she knew that it was going to be her turn eventually because Empress has gone across the entire family because of that. But no, Marwick just exudes control and is like and calmness. It's like, yeah, that's what's happening. There you go. You can tease us all you want. It does not affect me. And ultimately, eventually, it didn't.
wonderful to finally meet you.
This is
Yeah,
your
I take more inspiration from Athmod than people might give me credit for. I don't know.
girlfriend?
I would appreciate if you didn't talk to her like that.
Sorry. My apologies. I'm just shocked my brother actually has a girlfriend. He's always into video games and stuff growing up. From what I remember.
Well, what a coincidence. So was she, and that's how they met. There you go. Modern love story if I've ever heard one.
He had only one friend in high school, college he was close with.
Yes, I did. This is her.
You're dating your best friend?
Is that a problem?
Oh, Aaron. You know dating a friend is a recipe for disaster.
How so?
Well, what a great message to send. Jeez. I mean, come on, Melissa. Actually, you know what? Doesn't matter. You'll get there eventually, Melissa. We all know that you're secretly shipping the pair of them. It's fine. We understand.
What happens if you break up? You not only lose your girlfriend, but your best friend as well.
I'm aware of that.
And you're willing to take that chance?
They're willing to take that chance before. That's what season 1 was all about. Like he was debating that with himself, and actually eventually went ahead after he ascertained who was or wasn't in love with her and like all of that kind of stuff. And yeah, dating your friends can be bad ideas. You know what? I wish the people that shipped Reino and Julius would acknowledge that dating your best friend can sometimes be a bad idea. The difference with these two is that they were always kind of in love with each other before, and they just like really had to, well, not always. They grew to be. That's the thing. Like they had that attraction for years and years and just waited off because of it. Like they could have made that step ages ago. That's the difference, basically. And Aphmau is Aaron's best friend by default, pretty much. But you know, he's got the bros now. He's got Zane. You know, there are some other people. Like that's the thing. So I understand what they're saying. In general, I would probably not suggest not dating your best friend unless you're absolutely sure. But with these two, it makes more sense than Melissa gives them credit for. She's just looking at it from a very objective point of view because she doesn't know the story like we do because we've been watching this for years. People ship Zane and Aphmau. Yeah, that's true as well. Zane and Aphmau's do it, but yes, it's a bad idea. And yeah, Reino and Julius are also kind of symbolize that as well for me, because yeah, like I said before, that if they ever did try and date each other, then it would just end in disaster. Like they were like they already argue a lot, but it's on the guise of like annoying each other, whatever. Like in the sense of like that's not really what you look for. It's looking for in a banterous friendship, but not in a relationship. The kind of thing that they have right now is what works best for them, and they both acknowledge that. And they have done since they were 6, pretty much. So, you know, plenty of time to discover that for themselves, basically. Which is, yeah. So I hope may that serve as the reason why that ship is not going to sail.
We've already talked about this and completely understand what might happen. But I love Aaron so much.
See, that again, like the hesitation. You see the difference between the confidence levels of those two. Yeah. Oh, you're trying to say, but Zane and Aph are cute too. Okay, there's a difference between being cute and functional. That's the thing. Cute and healthy. Those are two different things. Like Zane is way too dependent on Aphmau, especially in this season, and it just doesn't work out that way. Like you can kind of see this stuff on the surface. Like on the surface, you might think, oh, a couple is very cute or whatever, but when you get down to the minutiae of it, that's when the details really strike you. And I feel like that's why I don't ship that many couples in shows, unless I have a really good reason to. Like Aphmau was the first time I really properly got invested in any character ships whatsoever. And the reason is because like I want to see the details. I want to see how it is that they actually work out together, or if they would or would not. What do you have to go on, basically? And in some cases, you can go on them actually being a couple. Sometimes you'll be in like their compatibility or something. It takes a long time to kind of feel that out, basically, and that's why I'm very like whatever with a lot of ships usually, because it's like I look further like past the surface of what looks good, essentially, or to really dig into that. And also, like in the style of writing, you know that if these things were to happen in the Mutant Girl in particular, I would delve into those things, and I would delve into all of the problems that are happening. Like I've delved into the problems of every relationship so far. I think I've properly established at this point. So yeah, it's and it's like they all have different operating things because the characters are all different. So it's a slice of life after all, and you know when you want to see the slices of life, you want as many slices as possible. The more slices you have, the better picture you get. Dating just sucks in general. It's boring and exhausting. Zodiac signs count. Jesus, no! Why would zodiac signs count? my goodness, I hate it when people are just like, oh, you seem to be like a great person for me on like in every possible way whatsoever, except for the position of the stars during the exact moment that you were born. A moment that defines nothing about you. Like, I hate that so much for compatibility. If you really want to be compatible with someone, maybe if there's two people that actually believe in the zodiac signs, that belief is their own compatibility, because they're just going to base that on blind faith pretty much. But to rational people, usually, it's like, okay, let's look at you as a person and not as, I don't know, a product of the stars or something like that. Treat you as like a human being or something, for crying out loud.
I see. Well, then congratulations. I look forward to seeing you more in the future.
It's Aphmau.
Aphmau. Well, Aaron, here's my new cell if
Oh yeah, I forgot. She just says "off" now all the time. Like, she never gets corrected on this.
you need it. I suppose I can give it to you too, if you need to contact me for any reason.
Thank you.
No problem, sweetie.
Sweetie?
Aww.
She wants to be. She's playing the big sister role already. Melissa, don't get carried away. You've got plenty of time for that later. Right, so you're saying, so far the stars have been pretty accurate for your life, at least. Okay, have they been pretty accurate, or have they been worded in such a vague way that you can associate a thing that they can say with something in your life, pretty much? Because that can happen a lot. Like, I watched a video by Wismichu one time where he gives plenty of examples, basically, of something. Like, this month someone is going to betray you. Like, for like that statement in a Zodiac like post or whatever. That could be that, and then that could mean anything from, I don't know, your partner's going to cheat on you to this to the cashier is going to give your change back wrong. Like, that is like, it makes sense. Also, like, you'll take a big step sometime, that which could basically mean, I don't know, you're gonna quit smoking or something, or you're gonna jump a massive puddle. Like, it's that kind of thing. You can if you do enough mental gymnastics of something, you can make anything make sense for yourself. That doesn't mean that it's true or it was in any way meant for you. That's basically what usually happens. It even happened to me one time. Those two examples from the video, but one example with me actually was that one time when we're reading out the zodiac signs, like, I was with a few actor friends of mine. We were just kind of bored. We had a newspaper there, and it was like, hey, let's read for our star signs or something. And I don't know, it said something to me like, my one said, oh, you're going to be in a moment of like creative hiatus or something. Which makes it seem like, I remember at the time what happened was that I hadn't written a song in a long time. Like, it had been a few months or something, and just no songs were coming to me. What was I doing during that time? I was making videos. I was writing books. I was still keeping myself active, and I was still like, I just enrolled in a new acting course, for crying out loud. You got to be creative for all three of those things. So even that didn't make sense for me at all. Like, it's just if I took it for that one thing of songs, and even then it wasn't even that long. I feel like I spent less time, just like writing songs in 2021 than in 2018. In terms of compatibility, in terms of like they're vague and accurate, but I don't mind being an oblivious follower sometimes. Yes, I have noticed that about you. No, I'm kidding. I tease. But yeah, I also remember that you said in terms of dating people that you'll prefer to feel it out, and you don't think too much about the compatibility of them beforehand. So those two statements are already contradicting themselves. So I don't know, what's it gonna be,
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have another meeting to attend. In the words of Ziana, ta-ta.
Seems nice.
Really?
Maybe she's just misunderstood. You know what that's like.
Maybe. But I highly doubt that. She's just like our parents.
Hey, let's get going to the Romaves. They got cake.
Yeah. Hey, Af?
Yeah?
That was weird
Thanks for,
blocking.
talking to me.
What?
I never got to say that when we were in high school.
Of course, Aaron. Now,
Okay, this music does not fit. Again, it's one of those things that's like, I understand it's like the regular background music for Athmau or whatever, but this is like a moment for him going back to high school. Like, play some Final Fantasy stuff over that, like the thematically appropriate music. Like, come on. Okay, but I checked the styles I break up with. Okay, Christ. Your system is all wrong. I hope you know that.
come on. Cake.
Af, was that you?
Huh? What was me?
There's my stomach. It meows for cake.
Shh, listen.
It sounds like a cat. But where? It's a kitty!
Oh, hey, Makalo is here. Welcome. Oh, haha, Af meow. Nice one. That's fine. Hello, welcome. And thanks for joining us this late, because I know that's definitely not a good time for you. And I apologize for that.
Are you sure? Looks like a dog to me.
Har har har! Now is the time to joke! The poor thing is stuck!
Right. How do we... Oh, here.
Be careful, Aaron! I'll catch it if it jumps!
I doubt it.
Wait, I'll catch you if it jumps. Wait, let's rewind that.
Aaron, I'll catch it if it jumps!
I
Okay.
doubt it. Come here,
Oh, concealed ladder at the end. Nice.
kitty, kitty, kitty. Come on.
I feel like that staging was just like the cat jumped and Aaron followed. I feel like that's it. And yes, pretty sure that's Eli.
Aww, she's a cutie! It's a girl, right? Oh no, it's a boy.
I wonder if someone lost him. He seems too...
I thought it was like, I thought determined the gender of the cat while looking straight upwards like this. Aphmau has a gender detector in her chin.
friendly.
Oh, come on! Let's take him back home and see if we can find the owner.
But the cake?
Oh,
Wait,
can
take
wait.
him. Hold on. You're going to take the cat back to your house to see if you can find the owner. What?
This is an adorable animal in need. Come on!
Really?
Well?
I told you, Aphmau-senpai, I can't talk to cats. They just like Kawaii-chan. But Kawaii-chan will do a search online to see if she can find an owner.
Well...
We can care for her, or him, until we find a lead at least.
Celestia!
Maybe the owner would have probably been in the park or something, you'd have thought. Or Eli would have just gone home. That would make way more sense.
He seems okay with it.
I mean, you might want to fact check that. Not sure.
Guys!
Okay, hold on. Going back, I was about to blow my nose. I'll do that in a second. The wall was rumbling before the door broke. Like, look at this. See? And you didn't even hear the sound. And then now the second door.
Guys!
The door, Gareth! This place is horrendous!
I've got great news!
You're going to fix the door you just broke?
Even better. Our parents have a partner who specializes in realty, and they have 2 neighborhoods that have open houses next to each other.
I love how they already ate the cake. Like, Adam and Aaron stood no chance.
Hey, what does that mean?
That means we can buy new houses on a new street.
Really?
Yes, it's like a whole new neighborhood.
And I just got used to our cramped-in house, too.
Are we really ready to move again? We just
Well, you don't. I mean, yeah, you got moved twice. That's fair. But still, you don't want to be in here for ages, do you?
got here.
Actually, wait a minute. That could have been an interesting series, couldn't it? MyStreet roommates or something. I don't know.
Well, I think we all need our own
Then
house.
again, MyStreet was sort of like airing around the same time as roommates was on Sky Media, so I don't know.
Houses.
Why?
Travis! Travis!
Okay.
Come on! We need to use the only bathroom in the house, and you've been in there for an hour!
Okay, only bathroom in the house, already good enough reason not to be in the same house as everyone. Is that basically college? It depends. I mean, look, I'm in college, and I got this whole like room to myself pretty much. So because there's a studio apartment pretty much. So yeah, I'm perfectly fine here. I'm in like a hall of residence basically, but what these got are doing is living in a house altogether. And yes, that happens in college too, but it depends. You can choose basically. So you might want to look at some more accommodation actually, Maya, if you're going.
Excuse me! These pores don't exfoliate themselves. Sorry about that, Travis. Now, where were we? Oh,
Wait, you can see yourself in the mirror with the cucumbers on his face? Like that, whatever. Yeah.
Looks like we're moving to a new neighborhood.
Ugh. Let's get packing again.
Again? I just got back.
Hey, we just got back too.
What's the matter, Gareth? Can't pack your own stuff?
Of course I can. I bet I can pack faster than you.
Is that a challenge?
Oh,
Well,
that's
it's
a
all right.
challenge, all right.
I bet I can pack faster than all of you.
Guys, it's not a competition.
Speak for yourself!
Besides, if it was a competition, I'd win. See
Yeah.
ya.
Insert punchline. Aaron's done that a bunch of times. It's not so surprise anymore. I'm sorry.
That's cheating!
Move out of the way!
It's on now!
Oh no, he didn't. Travis is my kid isn't dating right now until Starlight. Not even like the Starlight season, just the Starlight resort in general. Jeez. All right. Okie dokie. Oh, you're welcome for the college advice. Yeah. That's yeah. I remember they gave me when I was first like looking into induction and stuff was this whole like piece of paper or something describing different places that you there and like their styles and such that were near to the drama squad I was in. I didn't go to the same place anymore, but I've stayed in this place for like 4 years in a row now. It's like, well, you know what? This is absolutely the great. You know, I don't have to go anywhere else. But yeah, definitely, depending on which city you end up going to, probably best thing if they don't send you something yourself, just like do a quick Google search, it's like different places, and see what they're advertising themselves because they can advertise that perfectly well. All right, I think that's it. That concludes this. That concludes the big move. The bigger move. Sorry. So next time will be season 3 again, the dawn of a new era, pretty much. And it's also quite nice to return to form because I started this series doing the big move and now doing the bigger move in the same apartment was a year later. I'd appreciate not dying in the meantime, but what can you do? It happens sometimes. So yeah, final thoughts on the episode. Again, Eli had almost nothing to do with that episode, and I definitely see that. To be fair, not too much plot related stuff really happened. We just kind of got character moments again. We got an impression really of Aaron's backstory and also Melissa as a character, like, and her relation to Aaron. And yeah, she seems like a different person back then, but there were some things as well that definitely give more of an insight into her later on, like stuff that she says herself or stuff that Aaron reports. Like I can see now, having this new character emerge and like be the subject of great mystery and such was really a good idea, and especially keeping her around because she stayed around for much longer than most of the season, the most of the season 3 new cast, like Damien and such, and wasn't based on anyone, so very much just a new person overall. Because I mean, we know for a fact that Lord Aaron of Falcon Claw didn't have a sister, or at least actually, well, we don't know that for sure, but she would have died in the whole Falcon Claw disaster if that were the case. Anyway, not to worry. Considering there's Melissa, maybe they'd find a way to Deus Ex Machina her back to life again. But I can only speculate. Either way, definitely an interesting one. Not one of my favorites, but a fine conclusion to the big move. The title does not match whatsoever, but I don't know. It was all right. That's mostly what I can say. Unfortunately, Eli is not nearly as interesting a character as Melissa, and even he didn't stay along for too long. He was with the main cast. So yeah, I think that's it pretty much. So yeah, I'm gonna go before I continue to slowly sneeze myself to death. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll make myself my 5th lem zip since I got sick. Who knows? But yeah, we'll see. Oh wait, no, that was what I was shopping for. I wanted to get more honey for that because they taste disgusting. Anyway, I'll figure it out. Thanks everyone for joining, and it seems like this is a great time actually for everyone because not only have people actually joined and interacted, but you've stayed. So I'm honestly convinced now. I think this is going to be around the new time. Like maybe I'll start at 10 for me rather than 10:15, but I don't know, maybe we'll see. We'll see. So so I think that's it. But also the question now is, when does Lover's Lane start? Let's see. Oh, up here, and there's 27 episodes. That's good information, or 29 depending on the playlist. Okay, hold on. And that video came out on the 19th, so another 2 days. So hopefully I am going to be better in a couple of days. Like I'm on the way up. Like my brother had the same sickness that I have pretty much. Like the general theory is that I got it from him and he's on the recovery right now. So yeah, no touching the child. Yes, it's the Teacher Zane season. You're correct. That is exactly what it is. That's not going to be for a while. I know that's like a mid-season plot. So stay tuned for that. But also, please do join on the 19th. Actually, I will see you all in a couple of days. Same time, this time, same place. 5 years later. Before then, please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters, and subscribe if not done so already. Especially you or Star Force 98. I think definitely want to see you again because you seem to be interested. And yeah, hopefully won't avoid too many other AFMA ones. And yes, I can see your message, Empty Penguin. Hello. All right. I think that was the message basically. Otherwise, I'll check here. Hold on. I'll check on stream just in case. No, nothing else. Anyway, I gotta go now. So yeah, hopefully that was the message. But yes, see you all, I guess, next time, hopefully. I look forward to it. And I look forward to being better. So yeah, on that note, until next time, farewell.